How often do you see headlines about a company that's facing a major crisis because it ignored clear warning signs? A succession struggle? A major safety lapse? A new technology that made its core business obsolete? A major cyber hack that compromised its customer data and its reputation? How often have you or your friends seen an obvious health, relationship, career, or finance problem that got neglected or ignored for too long, sometimes till it was too late? I call these looming problems gray rhinos. They're big, the horns lowered, they're coming right at you, just like a real rhinoceros. Why gray? You've probably heard of black rhinos and white rhinos. Well, black rhinos are not actually black. White rhinos are not actually white. They're all gray. It's the most obvious detail, but we miss it. I'm Michelle Wooker. I'm author of The Gray Rhino, How to Recognize and Act on the Obvious Dangers We Ignore. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a deceptively simple but extremely powerful gray rhino tool to help you to head off avoidable crises. It's a single, essential question. It's so easy to fixate on seemingly sudden, surprise, so-called black swan events. But humans are far more vulnerable than we'd like to admit to the clear and present, highly probable dangers in business, life, and the world that we don't fix when we have a chance. But the good thing about gray rhinos is that unlike black swans or elephants in the room, they do give us a chance to do something about them before it's too late. Behavioral economists and psychologists have shown how our hardwired human defense mechanisms make it much harder than it ought to be to recognize and deal with seemingly obvious risks. But it's not impossible. That's why there's a tremendous advantage in being alert to avoidable problems in your personal life, your business, your community, and the planet, and acting on them before they become full-blown crises. If you do this, the gray rhino will become your friend, not your foe. How can you keep from getting run over by a gray rhino? Asking the following question can make the difference between getting trampled and thriving. What is the top gray rhino facing you or your organization? The top obvious thing that probably is not getting the attention it needs. Take a few minutes to think about the biggest obvious problems in front of you in life, work, or the world around you. The things most people don't think about regularly because, well, it's uncomfortable. In your personal life, you may have health, finance, relationship, or career issues. Your company may face challenges related to management, the economy, changing customer preferences, safety, or disruptive technologies. You may care deeply on a personal level, or your business may be affected by an issue in your community or on the planet. Hit pause if you need to spend a few minutes thinking about these. Write down your gray rhinos. Now pick the most urgent one. Consider how these challenges affect each other, how much damage each one might cause, how close or fast moving, how easy or difficult to solve, and how much power you have to shape its path or just get out of the way. Now rate yourself or your organization as honestly as you possibly can on how you're doing handling that obvious challenge. Are you kicking the can down the road? Do key stakeholders involved agree on a clear diagnosis of the causes of the problem and an action plan to solve it? Do they feel it's urgent to act? What doors might open if you solve the problem? And what will it cost if you don't? By identifying and reflecting on your gray rhino, you've now taken the first step toward heading off avoidable crises and becoming more competitive and productive. Make the question What's My Gray Rhino? A key part of your regular self-assessment, and you'll be far less likely to get trampled. Many decision makers in business, government, and even in their families have dealt with similar challenges. You can read in the book, The Gray Rhino, about the lessons they've learned. Gray Rhino and Company would be happy to work with you and your organization on strategies to Gray Rhino-proof your future. Whether it's evaluating how prepared you are to recognize and respond to red flags, inspiring your employees, assessing how global Gray Rhinos might affect your business, or developing strategies to move key stakeholders from denial to action. Email info@thegrayrhino.com for more information. Thanks for listening today.